Hey Synogens Global, it is me, Jenny Lane, your Elite MUA. So excited to be coming to you today with tips and tricks on doing a smoky eye look. So I already did one eye today just so that we could kind of simplify and you can see what we are working up to. Okay, this is a traditional smoky eye with a little bit of glitter on the lid. I'm going to show you how to do that. When you get here, go ahead and drop a heart. A blue heart would be great. I see some people hopping on. That makes me so excited. Okay, so I have been an Elite MUA for a couple years, and this is actually the very first time I have done a makeup tutorial for Synogens in any variety. So I'm really, really excited to do this with you today. Smoky eyes do really great things. The first thing that they do is it creates this sultry look, right? We're magnifying lashes, we're magnifying our eyes. On top of that, it draws your look upward. It's a facelift. And honestly, like every look that I do is like a glorified smoky eye, essentially. Not even glorified, sometimes it's a decaf. But I am pumped. So let's go ahead and we're just gonna break this down. We're gonna match this eye. Spoiler, I'm a little sick, so sorry if you hear some stuff going on. And second spoiler is I already put some candlelight over this eye, but I don't really count that part of my makeup routine because it's just a lifestyle. I use candlelight every day, all day long. So my customers know that if they want to recreate my look, candlelight will always be a factor. But what we're going to do for a base coat, another base coat, is I'm going to go in with some Whisper Pink. We're going to use this all over the lid. So you're going to open up your shadow, wipe off all the excess. You can take a brush to the applicator or you can do what I'm about to do right now and just literally smear it all over your eye. You're going to take this puppy from the bottom of your brows to the top of your lashes. You're going to take a fluffy brush and you're just going to blend it. My fluffy brush might be a little smoky since I was just using it on the other eye, but it's not too bad. Okay, so when you are doing your base coat, you are using a light touch. My hand is all the way at the bottom of my makeup brush, right? And you're gonna do windshield wipers or rainbows and circles, all right? Windshield wipers and circles. You'll see me kind of doing this all over. One time at my first seminar, somebody said, just push and smush it everywhere it needs to go. And I was like, well, if that isn't just the easiest way ever, like how do you blend? You literally are just pushing and smushing your product in the areas that you want it on your face. And that has stuck with me ever since. All right, now you can do Whisper Pink underneath your eyes. You could put it along your cheek like a highlight, but I actually already did my highlight today with our light highlight stick. So that's all taken care of. Now, your second point in your smoky eye is your crease color. Now, I'm sorry if I'm not interacting, but I've actually had this glitch where I don't see comments while I'm live, but I will definitely come back and interact/answer any questions. So this is Smoked Topaz, the matte. And what I do is I literally open my eye and I put a smear in my crease, just like that. If you have hooded eyes, the technique is the same. Then what I like to do is I literally stick the brush in there with my eye open and I make windshield wipers back and forth. What this does is it gets some of the makeup up towards my brow bone and it gets some of the makeup on my lid, making it a perfect crease color. So I go with windshield wipers and then I go back and I do circles over it. You want to make sure that you are bringing that crease color up over your brow bone. Okay, so feel for your brow bone. It needs to come up there, especially if you have hooded eyes. If you have hooded eyes, we can only see your makeup when your eyes are shut. But to actually prevent that from happening, if you pull up a little bit into your brow bone, when your eyes are open, you can still see that beautiful shadow. And this pulls your look up. When you're pulling your shadow up into your brow bone, it is pulling the look up, which is especially wonderful for people who have hooded eyes. Sometimes that look can become easily droopy, and that's simple to fix. So there we go, just my crease color. Boom. Now, anything, Sana Soleil taught me this, anything that you do on top, you can do on the bottom to create an under eye look, and it's just as simple. So I'm going to take my Smoked Topaz, and I'm going to grab like a very small brush since this is going right underneath my eyes. I'm going to tickle the tip of the brush, and I'm just going to simply pull it along my lashes. Like I'm actually tickling my actual lashes. I'm not aiming for the skin underneath. I'm aiming for the lashes. And then I'm going to blend it down a little bit. So anything that happens on top also happens on bottom. So as I get darker, I'm going to be wedging these colors snugger and snugger to my lash line. So I do want to make sure that this Smoke Topaz comes down a little bit because I am going to be building in some other colors. But then I go back with my fluffy brush and I just blend it. Honestly, some of the easiest things to do is just trust yourself, look up, and blend it. Your lashes will guide you so that you're not poking yourself in your eye. Hi everybody, I can see your names popping up and that makes me so, so happy. Share with your friends, share with your team. I feel like Smokey Eye is kind of like that thing you try after you've kind of nailed the basics of eyeshadow. So I feel like this is a strategy anybody can learn. All right, now I'm going to grab Onyx, black, black, black. Now I pulled out my stopper and I'm going to put some on my hand. It's my God-given palette right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush. Okay, so let me show you. This is the fluffy brush that I was using. This is the fluffy brush I'm about to use. Smaller areas get smaller brushes. I have very big eyes, so you may need even smaller brushes than what I use. But I'm going to tap a little bit off my hand here. Like I'm literally just pulling it because it's so pigmented. And I will actually do a mini blend on my hand just to gauge if it's too dark or too light. Like I look at my hand as if it's my eyeball and I'm like, yeah, okay, that shade looks good. Then I bring it to my eye. And this is my accent color. So just like Rosie taught us all the time, we're gonna pat this down. First, we're just gonna pat and we're gonna concentrate it to this outer area, kind of up into the crease and kind of building up into the crease. Now you can see it's a little blotchy. So what I like to do, because I have big eyes, is I go back with my fluffy brush and I blend it out more. You might not have to do that step because your eyes might not be as big as mine. But especially if it gets a little blotchy and splotchy. I have a little bit of acne there and a little bit of brow hair. So if you see that raised, it's not the eyeshadow. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip back for a little more because when I compare, this side is just a little bit darker. So I'm just going to keep patting a little bit in there. And you'll see me go back with this big fluffy brush over and over again. It's kind of the same idea as when we do our face. You know, like when you do your contour and bronze, like oftentimes you'll take your foundation brush and go back over it to kind of blend it all together. That is exactly what I'm doing with my eyes. Same idea, different spot on my face. Now I'm pulling it a little bit. I don't like the dark color to go past my pupil. That's like my safety zone. My pupil is the light zone. So all of my deeper colors typically stay this side of my pupil. Now I'm getting a little dark over here, so I'm just gonna blend it out. Now, I like to pull the extras underneath my eye. This prevents you from getting it like down here by going out too far, and it keeps that look like a nice little C here. It kind of keeps you inside the boundaries. This is cool. I'm wearing blue and it's pulling blue because I'm cool tone. So this looks like I'm using denim and I'm not. I'm using Onyx. But okay, so now what I'm going to do is eyeliner. I'm going to wing our eyeliner and I'm going to use Onyx Shadow. You can use liquid liner and that's actually typically what I pull for. But the name of the game today is simple. And so we're just going to use what we already got. Now when I do a wing, I literally just do a normal line first. That's step one. The hairs on my pencil brush are wiling in a little bit, so. Now I pulled the stopper out, but honestly, sometimes what I'll do, let me show you a Smoke Topaz since the stopper is still in there. You can wipe off all the excess, guys, and you can literally just draw a line with the applicator. I like to pack it on with a small brush, but when I started, so Onyx Shadow Sense is actually the thing that got me hooked on Senogens. That's the thing. And what I would do as a teacher is I would take it in my purse and I would flip that applicator upside down, slap some on the top, slap some through my brows, put on some lip sense, and I was good for the day. That's how I fell in love, and that's how all the other teachers started doing their makeup too, because they saw how simple it was, and they were like, oh, I need some of that. And I'm like, yeah, you do. All right. I'm going to take a really quick pause here and I'm going to grab that tiny brush because I said anything we do on the top, we can do on the bottom. So I'm going to take tabbing a little bit, like I'm not even pulling from the big chunk here. I'm pulling from like what is already blended out on my hand. And I'm gonna, again, going for the lashes. I'm literally tickling my lashes. I'm not aiming for the skin. I am aiming for the lashes. And you can see we've now created an under eye smoke. Unnecessary, all things considered, but the more you balance the bottom with the top, just the more full and robust of a look it's gonna be. That is honestly, this is the part that I do on weddings when I'm doing a wedding that kind of takes that look above and beyond just your typical everyday makeup look. All right, now when you do a wing, I'm assuming you don't have hooded eyes, sorry, but it's just how we're gonna have to work with it. You're gonna take a little flick and you're gonna make a curve towards the end of your brow. All right, just a little flick. The reason that we go towards the end of our brow is to keep that look up. We don't want droopies, right? Now, I take it right from the center and I try to draw as straight of a line as I can to the other edge and meet my other line. Just like that, see? This is what we call an open wing. This is actually a fashion statement in itself. You'll see lots of celebrities do an open wing. But we are going to color this in, and that is exactly the name of the game. If you can handle a 3-year-old coloring book, you can handle a winged eyeliner. Now, if you do have hooded eyes, your work is actually simpler here because you don't even have to do as much. You're hooded, so when you're gonna do your wings with your eye open, and you're gonna bring that wing up over your hood and almost create the illusion that you just pretend it's not even there. But if you have that hood, I'm trying to like demonstrate. I'm trying to make myself have hooded eyes. If you have that hood and you can't see that eyelid, when you first of all, you can see that crease color is poking through. You can still see it while my eye is open. It lifts my face. Great stuff. All right. But then my wing, I wouldn't even really have to do much on top. I would just focus on poking out like a little wing on the side. And find me at seminar if you have hooded eyes, and I can kind of shape your face a little bit and show you what I mean, because it is just hard to explain and easier if you just know what I'm talking about in my chair. All right. So there we go. We did our winged eyeliner. So simple. And because we smudged a little bit of that black onyx underneath my eyes, it basically did the work of eyeliner. So I don't even really have to go back with actual eyeliner and do anything there. Now, here's where I kind of screwed up today. I always do my glitters on my lid before I do my liner. But I forgot today, and I actually am glad I did, because here's what I can show you. The difference between a shimmer smoky eye and a matte smoky eye. All right, so this is Whisper Pink, Smoke Topaz, and Onyx. This is Whisper Pink, Smoke Topaz, Onyx, and Silver Shimmer right over the lid. And you can see what a difference it can make as far as glam, as far as statement, as far as pop, as far as wow. This is a lot more of a trendy look, I'd say, and this is more of like a glam celebrity star look, which is obviously the vibe I'm always going for, because in my head, I am a superstar. So, if you were like me and you forgot to put your shimmer on, that's okay. You're gonna wipe off all the excess that you can, and you're gonna shoot for above that line. And again, you're not gonna go past your pupil. So you can totally factor this in after the math. It's just gotta be a little gentle, and we may have to touch up a little bit of eyeliner. I'm sorry, yeah, eyeliner. So I'm taking a flat brush, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pat it in there. I'm not blending it, I'm not wiping it, I am just patting it down. Boom, look at that. Now, half the other reason I love a smoky eye is because you have to do half the job with mascara. Look how full of a look this is versus this. This has mascara. The only difference between these two looks right now is this has mascara and this doesn't. But look how similar they look. Anytime I do a smoky eye, I'm always walking away forgetting my mascara because it's so full and gorgeous. So my theory is kind of when you go to do mascara after a smoky eye with big wings, just do, go easy on the mascara. If you're doing false lashes, that's fine. You may have to feed back some Onyx or some liquid eyeliner back in to sort of complete the sentence. But It makes our job easier because remember, liner is for where the lashes lack. So if your lashes ain't lacking, you really don't need a ton of mascara. And then on days when you're not wearing eyeliner, you might find yourself using more mascara to kind of smoke out that look and give that the effect. The other thing I forgot to say before I did my eyeliner was I wanted to showcase, and you can just like shimmy back on this video, the difference between what it looks like before you put on your mascara and liner. Because I am always telling my girls that your eye look kind of has to be kind of scary looking before it looks good. That's what makes eyeshadow so difficult, because it looks bad on it kind of does look bad on its way to good. It's dirty, it's smoky, like you're creating and building this look. So trusting the process that when you do get to your liner and your lashes, that it's just going to totally lock home that look. And just trust me on this. I'm going to build on I keep my mascara in my shirt to warm it. If you haven't been doing that, totally do it. It's a lifesaver. But, oops, totally blanked on what I was saying. It's going to come back to me in a second. Liner, lashes, lacking, smoky eye. How it doesn't look great at first. You have to trust the process. So when you're doing your makeup next time, literally, trust it. Have it, if you're like, oh, this is looking kind of a lot, this is looking weird, keep going until you're done liner and lashes. And if it didn't work, come talk to me. Because 9 times out of 10, I find that when people are hesitant with eyeshadow, is because they're not trusting the process all the way to the end. They say, oh my gosh, this looks bad, let's take it off and not do this. Instead of saying, this is supposed to look a little weird before it does look good, so here we go. Let's lean into the discomfort. That's the hardest part. Alrighty, I'm going in. I love 2 layers of non-waterproof. Praise the sun and gods, it's back. And then I like to finish it off with 1 layer of mascara, waterproof. You see how I messed up? This is an easy one. I'm gonna grab a Q-tip. You can let it dry. It's totally fine to let it dry. But then just wipe it away. Boom. Because our makeup is so great, you can actually see the mascara, but you can't see any of my foundation because that's staying put. Isn't that great? So I love messing up on my lives because I get to show people how the makeup just stays so amazingly on your face. But this is it. This is my smoky eye. We are done. Base coat, crease color, accent, a little glitter optional on your lid, liners, lashes, and you are good to go. And then you can do this exact trick with any light, medium, and deep shade, any of them. So you could have a really light pink smoky eye with 2 light pinks and maybe a deeper pink. Smoky eye does not necessarily, smoky eye is indicative of a look that is swirly, but together, just like the clouds are, or just like smoke does. It's all different colors, but they all work together beautifully and they're fluid within each other. That's basically what that means. Now, originally a smoky eye means it looks like smoke, because it does, but you can still do a light smoky eye and not actually have it look smoky, if that makes sense. Like you can do this exact same technique with any 3 shadows and it will work. All right. So I hope this helped. And I hope that you're feeling a little bit more empowered to do a smoky eye. Your challenge is to do a smoky eye and post it into the comments. That's it. That's your challenge. So stinking easy. Just go practice it. If you've never done one, try it. If you've done one, do it again and post a picture below. And let's help each other, lift each other up, and honor each other's talents, because my favorite part about makeup is that everybody's smoky eye looks slightly different, and that's what makes it art, that's what makes it beautiful, and I love to see other techniques and other ways that people are creating smoky eyes, because this is just one of many ways you could go about this look. All right, ladies, I hope you have such a good day. Go forth with March Mania and be manic with it. Just run with it. Have the best month of your life. And if you have any MUA questions, feel free to reach out to me. I hope you have such a great day, and I'll see you at seminar. Bye.